What's up, goodies? Welcome back to your girl channel and to my kitchen, how to cook. And I'm here with another one recipe. Me, I'm gonna show you how to cook quarantine smothered stew pork with potatoes and carrots in your kitchen. Fast, easy, and what? Simple. Now, if you're here watching me cooking this recipe for your first time, be sure you subscribe if you have not already. Where you wait on, go ahead and do so, and then turn on your post notification settings so that you will always be reminded every time your girl upload a brand new video. Now, you ready for the recipe? Well, I'm ready for cook. Where you wait on? Let's cook.
In my eyes, I'm a star girl. Hey, she fit me, and she give me love plenty. Yeah, she authentic. This are the real thing. This are the plastic.
You ready for cook? Let's cook. Now I have my pork right here, and now this recipe, if you're not into pork, skip out now because this recipe is not for you. It's for the people who requested and for the people them who love pork. All right, if you love pork, keep on watching. Now I'm using my bone-in butt roast. Bone-in pork butt roast. That is a piece of the pork that I'm using because it's really meaty. So we're going to use that. However, you want to make sure that you wash your meat nice and clean. And I will insert the link down below to show you how to keep your meat, to clean your pork. Now, if you notice right here, it has a little bit of fat on the bottom part. I'm going to keep it on because it is in fact going to give my meat tons of flavor, extra added flavor that I want. So now after my meat has been washed nice and clean with the link that you looked at down below, it will be there. I'm going to go ahead and give it a little bit of some slits into the meaty part of the pork. Okay, we're going to give it some nice little cuts because we are going to be stuffing all those little holes right there. We're going to add some good marinade all over that chicken, so be sure that you go ahead and give it some slits just like this. Alright, now I'm going to be using the green season, and the green season is the one that I made at home, and I will also insert the link down below to show you how to do the green seasoning. And if the link not there, remind me, I'm going to put it there. Okay, good, I got you. Now you want to go in and stuff all those holes that you made with the green seasoning, and then rub the green seasoning all over your meat like that. And you can also use beef steak to do this recipe. Now right here I have some ginger. I'm using all-purpose season, paprika, garlic powder, onion powder, beef season, a little bit of pimento seed, salt, and black pepper. And all the amount that I'm using right here and what I'm using, I will also list that down in the description box. All right, I got you there as well. Just go ahead and mix it all in and just rub it all over your meat. And if you want to go ahead and add a little bit of cayenne pepper or chili powder, you could go ahead and add that as well, or you could even add a little bit more paprika to the meat. Okay, but make sure you season it up nice and good. And you could also substitute some of the season that I use for your meat. But whatever you do, make sure the thing season up real nice. Okay, now after you have done this, and to say that, we are going to go ahead and wrap it. You have to wrap this meat, and I'm going to let it marinate for 24 hours. If you don't have 24 hours at hand, nothing less than 12 hours at the minimum. So just go ahead, wrap it up in your plastic wrap nice and tight, and do not allow nothing to peek out. And you go ahead, put it into a container, cover it up nice and tight, make sure it's nicely sealed like this I'm doing here, and then put it in your refrigerator. Now after 24 hours or 12 hours of marinating time, you want to go ahead and take it out and let it sit at room temperature for at least 2 hours and let that coolness chill out. After the coolness chill out, you are going to take the plastic off because you are ready to cook. Now, if you're still here watching me cooking, make sure that you subscribe and turn on your notification settings. Good. Make sure you check it that is on so you won't miss an upload. Now, after I did that, I went ahead and added some all-purpose flour to it, and I did not add any seasonings to the flour. Just plain old-fashioned all-purpose flour only. Do not use cornstarch. Do not use self-rising flour or bread flour. You need all-purpose flour, and the amount of the flour that I use here will also be listed down in the description box. Now go ahead and cover the meat on all sides with the all-purpose flour, just like I'm doing here. So be nice and gentle with the thing, right? But make sure you get all the flours on there, just like so. Now, after you have done getting your flour all over your meat, your good meat like that, in a pot, you are going to go ahead and add some oil. And you could use any oil of your choice, right? Then you want to go in and place the meat into that oil. We are going to give this about a frying time of, I'd say, 20 minutes total on each side. Now, what we are going to do here is give it extra flavor, so I did go in with a little bit of scallion and thyme to the mix, and I did give it 1 odd pepper, but I did not pop that pepper because, honey child, your girl is afraid of pepper, so we're not gonna pop it. Now, all you have to do here is go ahead and cover it up, and about 10 minutes in, you are going to go back and turn it, and make sure that it's on medium heat only, because you do not want to burn the flour on the meat. If you do it for on medium heat for 10 minutes, that is what you're going to have. It is going to have a nice golden brown on top, okay, just like that. The flour is going to be crisp on the meat, and that's exactly what we want, nothing less. Now, what you're going to do here next, you're going to go back in and you are going to cover back for another 10 minutes. 10 minutes, okay? You see how that look? I saw it look good. It don't make it look no less than that. Give it another 10 minutes, so it's going to do that step for a total of 20 minutes. 10 minutes in, a total of 20 minutes. That is what your meat is going to look like. Now, what we are going to do here, we're going to go ahead and remove any of the seasoning, meaning the scallion and thyme, or the pepper. If it looks like it has burnt at any point, you just want to go ahead and remove that. If it's not burnt, you let it stay there, but if it's burnt, you remove it, because you don't want the gravy length get bitter. Now, we are going to use beef broth for the recipe. If you have any other broth, you could go ahead and use it, but beef broth is better for this recipe and for the flavor that I want the meat to have. So what I did, I went ahead and I added all the beef broth to it from the box. Added 2 cloves of garlic for added flavor, like that. Then I added a teaspoon of apple cider vinegar as well, because you can't cook without that. And it was looking ready like Freddy, right? That's how we want it to be. We're just gonna go ahead and cover it up and allow it to cook for about 25 minutes. Now, moving right along, you're going to need this to complete the recipe. I'm using potatoes and carrots, onions, and bell pepper. And you could always substitute the color of peppers, but you do not substitute your potatoes and your carrots. If you want to put corn, some people put corn to theirs, but if you want to put corn, you could go ahead and put corn. If you'd like, make it your own, because remember, at the end of the day, it's your kitchen. Now, after about 20-25 minutes of cooking, that is what it looks like. That is what it looks like. Now, what I'm going to do, I'm going to go ahead and turn it on the other side so you could see the color on medium heat only. You want to go ahead and cook it on medium heat only. Just get some of that good simmered sauce all over the top of that meat after you flip it. So that look perfect. Perfect. Now, all I'm going to do here, I'm going to go ahead and remove it from the pot. We are going to use those juices in the pot, so just turn the fire off for a minute. Now all you have to do is go ahead and slice up your meat however you want it to slice. In whatever sizes that you want, you're going to go ahead and slice up the meat. Alright, yes, because we want all those good juices to go all up in the meat. Now if you're still here watching me cooking, make sure that you subscribe to my second channel, Life is Juliana. Go ahead, the link will be down below for that. I have all kind of thing over there, and the vegan goodies, go ahead and subscribe to the channel over there, because those are where the vegan recipes are going to be. There's no more vegan recipes here, so go ahead and subscribe. The link will be down below. Now after you done cut up the meat, you're going to go ahead and put it back into the gravy, that good sauce. So alright, so go ahead and put back the meat in it, like so. Just put it all up in there, goody, all up in there, right? Because we talking flavor in this stew right here, flavor. Right now, after I put my meat up in my thing, like so, I'm not left out nothing. I put everything in there because it's all about flavor, right? We are going to add to that broth right there. Some of that's the broth from the meat. I used some of that, and I added a couple of tablespoons, like maybe 3 tablespoons of all-purpose flour to that sauce. That is the sauce from the meat, so naturally. So we go ahead and we pour it all over the meat, just like that, all over the meat, goody. Then you want to go in and add the potatoes and the onions and the bell pepper and all that other good stuff, the carrots, just add it all up in there. Now we want to make sure that the potatoes have a place to cook, so we want to add some more liquid. For that step, you could either add water to it, or you could add some more of the beef broth. I prefer to use beef broth in mine because it's not going to take away from my flavor that I already had it. If anything, we need more flavor to my one. So what I did, I went in and added 1 more cup of the beef broth to the stew, right? Go ahead and I had it all up in there. Now you are going to allow it to cook, to simmer on medium heat only. Do not put it on high heat. You need it to be between low to medium heat. That's all you need, and it's going to be perfect. It is going to look like this. You're going to see the gravy off starting to thick up. That is what you want it to look like. You don't want it to be watery and lenke. Now just go ahead and cover it up nice and tight and give it about another 25 minutes on medium heat. After 25 minutes, your din din is all done, and that is what it is going to look like. If it doesn't look like this, goody, you did something wrong. It should look exactly like this. Remember, good, if you're still here watching me cooking, make sure that you subscribe to the channel and turn on them post notification, because you don't want to miss nothing like this, you know. You don't want to miss nothing. Them always good. And if you don't see what you want, just ask me, because your girl is always here to deliver. Now when I decided to put my meat on my plate, pop story girl, give me no liar, the thing was turned all the way up. That gravy, that smothered ting-a-ling thing right there, so was ready. It was smacking. It was good. It was filled with so much flavor from beginning to end. The thing was massive. It was just divine. The meat was soft and tender. It was juicy. I did have it with rice and string beans and all that other good stuff. A little bit of tomatoes and cucumber. It was good. It was so good. Now when time I decided to go into the meat was super tender. It was just wrapping around the fork, and that gravy right there, so was no ordinary gravy. That gravy was some massive type of thing we are talking about. Now you're still here watching your girl cooking. Be sure that you are spreading the love with friends and family Everyone when you come in contact with, go ahead and spread the love. Share it, good, because your girl not selfish. After you done do that, you go ahead and give me a thumbs up. Tell me then what you want to have me cook next in my kitchen. And remember, as always, from my kitchen to your kitchen, enjoy!